So this is a comparison between Jepp and Foreflight. Jepp is the app we have been using up until now, but we have been made aware that Jepp is being discontinued. Basically, they've admitted defeat, and it's just integrated into Foreflight now. But I'm going to give you a brief overview of what the app looked like that we were using and why we're pretty much all glad that we're finally switching over to Foreflight. So this is the Jepp app, and as you can see, there's really nothing there. This is the chart. It's the VFR chart with really nothing on it. You can change it to IFR low, still nothing. IFR high, still nothing. And in it, you can build a flight plan. I can go in here and I can type in CYWG, and we'll make this a flight to CYTH Thompson, CYTH, and we'll enter an alternate as CYNE, Norway House. These are all places we go to a lot. I can even put the standard instrument departure in. I'll say it's runway 36 today, which means the walleye 1. And that's it. That's the entirety of the flight plan. It shows you the distance. It draws a little line on the map here. Those 3 airports pop up, but nothing else. And it doesn't really do anything else. You can make sure your charts are current. Everything's currently up to date. Download will be in 2 days, but I won't be using this anymore. And over on the side here, we can pull up the actual charts. We're using all JeppFD charts. So you've got reference charts, standard arrivals, all the approaches for all the runways, and taxi chart, and standard instrument departures. And then of course you can go to the other airports that you've put onto the list. You can also switch from night theme to day theme, but normally I just keep it on dark. There is some additional information you can get, though not a lot. Just all the basic charts for any of the airports, and only the ones you've put up on there. There is a way to search more. There's even a way to bring up a CFS, but it's hard to find. You can scribble on it for clearances and stuff, but it's fairly basic in its function. Down at the bottom, you can bring up weather. You can... That's about it. Doesn't really show you anything else. So now let's go and check out Foreflight. Foreflight's a much more complete app. And we're just on the checklist page here. I was working on that beforehand, but here's the main page. You can see where we can put in a flight plan, and you can see there's just everything's here. Airspaces, airports, restricted airspaces. I can check out what that airspace means by holding here. I can check out what that restricted airspace is over there. Just everything's on here. All the airports. Weather. You can see some of the weather over in the corner there. We have everything down to the states. And we have other things. We can bring up the US sectionals, the US IFR, and the US highs. We can't bring up the Canadian ones because we subscribe to the US, because this was the way they decided to do it. You can still find the Jepp stuff, but let's go back. And you can bring up all sorts of stuff. Take this aerial map off and you'll see anyone who's used to Foreflight recognizes this map here. So let's build a flight plan, same one we did before. Winnipeg to Thompson. Just punch the waypoints in here like before. But you'll notice we can go to routes, and we'll pull up the normal route for Thompson, Kirby, Sedib. And that's in there now. And we can pull up procedures, and we'll put that departure procedure walleye 1 in there, and it'll actually put the plate right up on the map. Very useful. semi-useful, but neat anyway. And as you can see, not only that, but we have the aircraft in already, the altitude, which will change here. And if you look, it's got the proposed tailwinds, and so we will go up to 260 to give us the best fuel burn today, since we are westbound on our track and should be at even altitudes. And it gives us our distance, our ETA, or ETE. Can't give us an ETA yet because I haven't put in the departure time, but there's a profile view, shows all the airspaces you'll be putting through. Let's put in that departure time. Let's say 20:05, 2000. Let's make it even. So 2120, 912 pounds of fuel burn with a 10 knot tailwind, and everything's in there. You can pack the trip, airports, NOTAMs, 3D aerial photography, so that's all there, downloaded onto the iPad, but I'm not going to do that today. And from here, what we can do, let's just bring that back, is, where's the button there? There we go. We can send this to flights. Now that we've sent it to flights, we can finish doing this flight plan. So departures in, we'll put the alternate in. Just waiting for the list to pop up. And the list doesn't look like it's going to pop up. So we'll just put in the airport code here. And same, CYNE for Norway House. Add as alternate. Now that's in there. We have Deb as our aircraft. We'll change the performance profile. Shows us a little map here. Cruise altitude. We're going to have 4 people on board. We're going to have 200 pounds of cargo in the back. Fuel has calculated the fuel we need to put on board, 1,700 pounds, but since Deb's a critical care aircraft, we always go with more. We'll put it down as 3,400 is usually what we're sitting at in the hangar. Now everything's set up. From here, what we can do, we check our weights. Now that that's all been set up, you can go down and check for the FBOs. You can put that in. Shell Aviation in Thompson. Select it. There we go. You can't order fuel for them through here, but I could hit the call button and just make a call. Fuel or shutdown we don't need. Pack, add next flight, and so on. So we'll just double check all the info. Go to the nav log. We could print this off if you wanted to. And after the nav log's checked, we can go to the briefing, and it'll give us a full briefing of the weather. So we've got wind charts, turbulence, temp. We've got SIGMET, nothing in the area. Get the METARs and TAFs for all 3 airports. No SIGMETs or AirMETs found. NOTAMs for everything. Your basic NOTAMs for each airport. Instrument procedure change, Thompson, VOR unserviceable, and so on, down to the NOTAMs for the whole area, including such gems as don't turn left from Thompson and enter Afghanistan airspace. Look out for surface-to-air missiles over Serbia. I wish I was joking, and any of you pilots watching this know that it's absolutely true. They're all there. It's ridiculous. But anyway, we've checked the NOTAMs. Everything looks fine. And what we can do from here is actually go back and file directly from here. I could file this flight plan, which I couldn't do in Jepp. No messages. One last look. Everything looks good. So we will file. Just make sure that all your aircraft info is right. Destination, alternate. We don't carry dinghies or survival equipment. And so everything's looking good here. We can go ahead and share this to someone, but that's not working. And I'm not going to actually file this right now, of course, because we're not actually going on this flight. So from here, we'll just delete it. And a few of the other features we can look at here. Scratch pad. If you just want to see the plates, everything's there. Same Jepp plates that we've always been using. Other documents. We can go to the airport and put CYWG, Winnipeg. We can look at a 3D view of the airport. We can zoom, scroll. There's the military area. For anyone who knows the area, we're looking at the Tim Hortons at the end of the runway there on Ness. And then over to the right here, we have Apron 2, which is where all the FBOs and Vanguard is, and the main airport. And we can zoom all the way out and see all of Winnipeg. From here, you can look at the FBOs, Fast Air Jet Center, that would be us. And you can just look at the plates. And you can check out info, weather, runways, the different procedures, and of course the NOTAMs for that specific airport. And you can get satellite imagery. Nothing really showing there. We just deleted the flight. It has a logbook built in, which I don't know that I'll use. We have no weight and balance profiles just yet. I haven't built them yet. Working on that this week. Aircraft, track logs, devices. We can go to the aircraft. Made a start on the aircraft here. We don't have everything done yet. And from here we can go to checklists, which is along the bottom here. And like I said, we've been working on the checklist. I've got one partially done, and as you can see, it says G1003 blade. We also have non-G1003 blades, and we have a G1004 blade, and they're all a little bit different. Only have the normal done right now. Don't have the emergency or the abnormals. I'll be working on that this week while I'm at work. And yeah, we're planning on going completely paperless with this. And so that's kind of everything. I'm fairly new to Foreflight, kind of learning as I go here. Where's that other feature? There it is. So in this, you can actually see it fly the whole route at whatever speed you want it to be and watch it fly the whole route. Not sure why. Maybe if it's a place you haven't gone to before, this could give you some idea, more if you were VFR, I guess. And so a lot of neat little features that I'll be working my way through here as I learn how to do this. Okay, that's enough of that. Well, as you can see, it's just a much more complete program, and I think it's going to be really good once we get everything built in here. So, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, found it at least a little bit interesting, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.